Hello, I'm Maria Ressa. Welcome to Talk Thursday. Today we speak with Commission on Audit Chair Grace Pulido-Tan. COA and the Ombudsman have set up a joint investigation team to facilitate anti-corruption investigations in the bureaucracy. Grace Tan started in the government with PCGG, so you could technically say she's been running after illegal wealth most of her professional career. Grace, please tell us, why do you run after corruption?
Why do I run after? Well, now because I am at the Commission on Audit, and that is really the mandate of the office.
But for you personally,
personally,
you've spent a lot of years.
Personally, yeah, I've always been galit sa magnanakaw. So I mean, maybe it will help a little if I tell you how I grew up during the good old days, if I may say, when
Please.
Public service was really a very respected, and like it was a source of pride for every family to have someone in public service, no, maski escribano ka lang or something, there's so much dignity, and that's the culture that I grew up in. But somewhere along the way, I went to college and then started with my profession as a lawyer, and things became very different. But I suppose that when you grow up in a culture like that and you look for it, and so it's just what I want to see, and also the fairness and the equity of it all, no? Parang why should people suffer? Because it has a social cost and an economic cost, and but most of all, I think it's my moral pairings, no? Takot ako sa Diyos. I mean,
Pero parang ang daming hindi takot sa Diyos, di ba?
Parang, what do I fear most? If I don't go to heaven. Yung ba tipong ganon, no? So parang kinalakihan ko na yun. And that's...
But in this country, you've talked about when the government bureaucracy wasn't as corrupt as it is. It's become endemically corrupt as a nation.
Yeah.
Even now, the Aquino administration has made fighting corruption a cornerstone.
Right.
And yet, in the new Transparency International report, we're still in the bottom half. How difficult is it to fight corruption in this country?
Yeah, I think that it is going to take generations. 1, 2, 3, I don't know, because it is so endemic and it is so systemic. And I think that the value system has completely shifted and has been subverted by a lot of influences. Na parang there's that culture of impunity, no? So I'm sure that it will take some time. But for me to be even here at this point in my life and to be able to do a little bit, and I'm sure that a lot of others like me think the same way and would act accordingly. I would like to hope that we will get there. We can do it.
What gives you hope? I mean, why is it you've taken on a daunting job? You head COA, which actually goes through all that. What gives you hope that the things you do make a difference?
Well, because it is inherently good, and I think that in the end, everything will be for the good. Everything is for the good. And also in my work now, where I am, from day one, I would say the response of the citizenry, the way they have been engaging with us, has been so inspiring. Because one of the first things that I did was to set up some kind of a hotline in the COA, where citizens can report whatever it is, either about their barangay tanod or the President of the Republic or kung ano, no? Mag-complain about our auditors if they see something. So that was in my office, and nung una sabi ko, meron naman kayang magiging interesado, no? But surprise, our system was jammed not long after. And I think that first, they probably, kasi I'm in the new administration, no?
Yes.
So siguro yung hope, yung na-encourage sila na, oh, there's something, we will go
Different.
somewhere here.
Yeah.
Okay, so nandun siguro yung credibility na yon. And second is, well, as a people, in spite of everything that they say about the Filipinos, I think that we are one of those who are very involved and very engaged in government. Okay, although we'd like to see more, and I believe that the message really is that the people in my job, we are a constitutional office. I feel that I'm directly accountable to the people. Okay? Pera nila yung binabantayan namin, no? And so I think that I should engage directly and promote that kind of engagement. And because of all these comments and inputs and complaints that they have been sending to us by text and email, vina-validate naman namin yun, ano? And, siguro 80% positive.
Wow.
Okay? So, nabibigyan kami ng lead. And as a result of all this, things that otherwise were not being looked into or have been glossed over for whatever reason, medyo na-uncover namin. No?
Ang galing ho nun, 80% positive leads is actually much better than, say, citizen journalism, because normally it's 10% would be positive out of it. That's fantastic.
Because these people who come to us, they know. Sometimes they have documents pa. They have people, they even if they don't sign their name, but for as long as they give us sufficient information so that we can at least start something,
Yes.
then that's fine. And
So
we
there's-
do find something.
So there seems to be a groundswell. People want you to succeed.
I think so.
So
Yes.
what
It's
are
very
you-
inspiring. It's very encouraging, yes.
What are you doing now as the head of COA? What is COA doing differently if it's...
Differently. It's very difficult to say because before, not until I came to COA, I didn't know what COA was. I had the slightest idea of the work that it does. So I don't really know much about what was before and what we're doing differently now. But let me say that four cornerstones of my tenure that I would really like to pursue. First is integrity and independence. Organizational efficiency. We are
Yes.
8,500 strong, and the work that we do is so difficult and so sensitive. We need to do it effectively and efficiently so
Yes.
that we can deliver on our mandate. Third, of course, I'd like to continue building the competence of our people, professionalism and technical competence. And fourth is strategic linkages or partnerships, as I like to call it. And one of the first projects in this direction is precisely the joint investigation team that the COA and the OMB put together. That was sometime in April of this year. And if I may, Maria,
Yes.
what led me to it, okay? When I came in, we have what we call fraud audit reports.
Okay.
And these fraud reports are endorsed routinely to the office of the ombudsman because we don't have prosecutorial powers
Right.
Parang we do the audit, and
Right.
if we find something,
Right.
then we endorse it to the ombudsman. Oh, bahala na
So
kayo
you're
dyan,
like the
parang
investigating
ganon.
body that goes in.
Not even
Not
the
even.
investigating body. Parang it's just like we are the analysts,
Okay. Okay.
of where the money went, how was it spent,
Right.
who were involved, etc. No, and so if in the process we find that there could be some violation of criminal laws, then we forward it to the ombudsman. And I found out that ang dami na pala naming mga ganong fraud audit reports na hindi naman naaaksyonan ng ombudsman, or nadidismiss na lang, hindi man namin nalalaman, no? And parang sayang kasi nakita ko kung paano magtrabaho yung aming mga staff, no? And when you do fraud audit, well, there's so much, there's that great security threat, no? Na sino ba naman ang gustong ma-audit, 'di ba? Sabi ko, sayang naman ito. And so I thought about maybe we can work with the ombudsman better. And parang answered prayers kasi not long after, Ombudsman Morales came, was appointed. And since we've been friends from way back, parang it was so easy for us to talk together, to talk about these things, no, and find common solutions. And since we are also on the same frame of mind, parang ang dali, no? So we
Both
did
women. to
both
point out.
women, both women, yeah. So the JIT that we call Joint Investigation Team was born. The main purposes of which would be to assist on our end, to assist the ombudsman in their evaluation of these cases that we refer. Kasi ang mga reports namin, Maria, napaka-technical. Siyempre,
Yes,
di ba?
yes.
Audit yan, figures,
Yes.
documents, voluminous as they are, etc. Naiintindihan ko rin siguro yung mga nakaraan, either nakakita ng mga raming figures, ano ba yan, ayoko nang tingnan yan, or ano ba to, ang kapal-kapal naman ito. So, the easy way out, upuan mo, o itismiss mo na lang. Diba?
Right.
Pero, yun nga, so
In this one, the JIT that you have, you talked about 3 cases that you
not
were working
only,
on?
actually, we have 10.
Okay. Could you give us an idea of what?
Yeah, these are what I would call the high impact.
Please. Is this big fish or
Big fish,
Okay.
yes. Yung mga director above ang
Okay.
mga nai-involve dyan. Kasi nga yung culture of impunity, Maria,
Correct.
walang tinatamaan yan, di ba?
Yes.
So, why do we even have to take care? Diba?
Correct.
And yung talagang may impact sa tao. So, today, as of today, we have been able to finish with the fact-finding of about 3 headline cases. One, the Malampaya Fund. Then the other is on the ARMM. I think this has to do with the marami kasi kaming special audits nun sa ARMM,
Yes.
the municipalities in the Dato Unsay, Dato Ampatuan,
That seems
all of those
correct.
things, no? So
Yes.
we are ready to endorse these cases for preliminary investigation of the ombudsman.
Fantastic.
So parang that's the first formal step, and I feel gratified that like it's 6 months of
Yes.
the JIT being there, parang may 3 na kaagad na kaso na nalinis na natin, na build up na natin, na technical evaluation na natin, na meron nga
that there are
Oo,
cases that
there
can
are
be filed. So
cases.
this goes to the ombudsman for
Yes,
her to file the
yes,
cases.
yes.